Hello there, sunshine, and welcome to my channel, Joy to the World. I am Melissa Joy, and I have a message for you today. Let me just flip it around real quick. Do you see that beauty? Do you see this massive glory? Yeah. Well, that's where I was a few minutes ago, as you can tell from my swimmer's hair. I was out there with the sun and listening to the water, and this profound message came, and I believe it's for you. If you've struggled or fought your life or been sad or felt defeated or like a failure, or maybe even a high achiever, but like somehow the bar keeps moving each time you get there, that's a telltale sign of not living in your true satisfaction. So it's not always the right thing, the wrong thing, the whatever else. It's what is you and what's not. Lately, there's been this undergirding thing coming through talking about the enemy, the enemy, the enemy. The enemy is anything that causes you stress, struggle, strain, distortion, because it pushes your energy around and you have to come forward as a reaction or a response, right? But you're the leader of your life. And I've heard so many things before, and it was like, yeah, okay. That's kind of like when you teach a parrot, it will repeat what you say, but it doesn't create conversation. It only responds. But if we're creators, and that's where we come from, then what do we do with this? So here's the nitty of the gritty, my friend. It's those things in us like intimidation, anger, fear, maybe feeling rejected anywhere you go, like sitting in your mind being kind of suspicious or hyper attending with your energy, trying to find out, they're staring at me, they must be talking about me, do I have a booger on my face? That's the best one, y'all. Ooh, you haven't gotten in. I'm like, where did that come from? I haven't even touched my nose. Anyways, y'all, life is here to be full of delight and laughter and joy and experience and appreciation, because none of us came in that way. It occurred somewhere through conditioning or patterning, and more than just words and people and whatever, because it was something that came from outside of us. It came into us. That's why it is an in a me, because it's in who? A me. And which me and what me did it come from? But it's not mine. That's why it's intimidating. That's why it's bullying. That's why it's scary. Because scary leads to scarcity. It's a distortion that causes ripples in the water that sends out a message that you're not intending, bringing in results that you do not desire. Do you hear all that? Sending out a message that you're not intending, thinking because it's quiet and private and in me, right, that it's not really touching this world outside of you. It is. But when they've been talking about clearing your judgment and cleaning house, those are the things you're here to clean out. And it's no longer fighting it. Externally, internally, anything. I think that's the greatest zinger that they gave me. Now, mind you, I have to try and turn this into English. So please listen with your spirit, all of this. Because it comes in a flash, in an impression, in a moment, an epiphany, a full understanding, an impression really comes through me. And it said this: the enemy isn't yours. It doesn't belong to you because it isn't you. That's why it creates problems, because problems are things that don't belong to us. Now, any of us can have challenges or quizzes or things like that that come along because they stir up our intelligence and they bring us forward into deeper and intimate knowledge. But we've been conditioned to believe in this modern era that it's got to be through the stress, the struggle, the strain, the emerging, the butterfly, okay? My first name means butterfly or honeybee, Melissa. And so we can glorify the problem solving. We can glorify the problemating. We can glorify the fight and the struggle. But we've entered this new era where that is past. That is passé. It is to be gone. It is of the old way. We are the new ingenue. And what is this energy coming in? It's that you don't have to fight it. Here's the big message, friend, if you're still here. You are greater than any of it. You have nothing to prove. You have nothing to solve. You have nothing to overcome. You simply tell it to leave. When it tries to vibrate through your body, it is familiar. That's why it is a liar. All these are lies. They're in your body, and when we react and we respond, or even we fight or we confront, all of those are things that are pushing you and moving you around and toppling you off center. We're simply to come into the center of knowing of power. Power is our authority and our permission, okay? And it's what we entertain and what we allow. So when those energies press in, which you might hear this throughout the channel, it's disguised under zodiac readings and stuff like that. That's why there'll be other tarot channels, because we're really getting into life. And I could say the issues of life, but only in order to bring you out, my friend, and actually bring them out of you. So there are things munching up here, y'all, called no-see-ums. But I want to remind you, you're greater. You're more powerful than any of it. It has only the power that you give it. And maybe you didn't know that your power was not here to feed the disease, the dis-ease. Because we are a state of ease. The dis is something coming in, diminishing it, and spinning your bank account, your bankroll, your energy account, your delight, your dreams, your desires, and it's diverting it off like a dike on a river to change the flow of energy. And that is like feeding cancer. When we pay attention to these things, not ignoring it, y'all, but there is an intentional turning the back on, like, nope, not here. That's not me. So we come up with these mottos or these simple phrases and statements, and that's how we deal with it. That's not me. That's, again, a distortion. Thinking that it requires intensity. It doesn't when you have authority. With authority, you can simply speak just like I'm speaking right now, because there is this assurance and this knowing. And it might feel a little odd at first, and it might seem like it's not working, it keeps coming. That's not exactly true. If we think of it in physical, earthy terms of how we live life every day, maybe you had 5,000 sheets of it. And does it mean 5,000 sheets of intimidation are going to keep coming at you and you'll have to say no every time and send it away, send it away, send it away? No, not really. But you send it away till it doesn't return. Or sometimes, some years later, whatever else, a little blip appears back up like a public service announcement. You could be like, no, we are not friends. Goodbye. And shut the door on it. Sometimes we can affirm who we are. You can be like, no, I'm not going to listen to that. Those people aren't over there talking about me. And if they were, it's none of my business. I'm at peace with who I am. Can you see? There's the affirmation. You're sending away the intimidation, and you're speaking the affirmation to who? Everything around you? No, to yourself. That's why you don't have to yell or get angry or put stress or pressure or intensity or whatever, or restate it or get the words exactly right and perfect. No, it's very simple. It's very simple. I love you, friend. That's why I'm here. We're all in this world together to embrace the love that's here and to share the light that we have. And as you see, my light has not diminished. So when I'm sharing, I've lost nothing. I've only gained, because I believe when it's true and it's real, it benefits all. And that's why I poured this forth into you today. Seeds of hope, seeds of life, seeds of joy. Okay. I love you.